Hey everybody, Alexandra here, aka the not so evil stepmother, and for today's video I just wanted to keep things nice and chillax. It's pretty hot here today and I just wanted to sit down, throw on some makeup, test out some products, and catch you guys up on some things, update you on some stuff with Liam, talk about what's been going on, that kind of thing, you know, like a chit chatty get ready with me while testing some new products, because I've got a couple of products that I've only tried once, like the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder, which this thing is just weird, so I definitely want to try this again. And then I've got the Saie Hydrabeam Sheer Brightening Eye Concealer, also the Star Wars Colourpop palette, which I've only played in once, although I did use a lot of colors. I definitely want to play around with this again because it was like Colourpop's good formula, you know what I mean? And then I've got the new Maximus Mascara by Bare Minerals, which I don't hear anybody talking about, so I wanted to try this out. Another product from Saie, and then one from Glow Wish. So yeah, just some things I want to just try again and just kind of collect my thoughts on them. While doing so, catch you guys up on what's been going on here. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then let's get into it. All right, you guys, so I'm going to put everything that I'm using down below in the description box, so that way I don't have to like stop and say, I'm trying this, unless something blows my mind, and then I might stop and say something, but I just, you know, I can't like stop and talk about products. I guess I'm just not I'm not able to multitask in that way, because I can multitask, just not in that way. You know what I mean? All right, so I gotta tell you guys something. This was so cute. I just went in to check on the kids because Cadence keeps an eye on Liam while I film these. If Noah's home, sometimes he'll help too, but most of the time Cadence just kind of keeps an eye on everything for me. She's 16 and it kind of gives her purpose, you know what I mean? But also it gives me peace of mind so I can sit down and film, and I know that the kids aren't like running around burning the house down and stuff. But anyways, I just went in to check on him, and Liam's in his room feeding his little T-Rex toy tea. He's got like this teapot and a little cup, and he's like feeding it tea. It's just so funny because, you know, I have all these doctors and like developmental specialists and stuff like that tell me that he doesn't have the ability to do like pretend play, and that's like a weakness for him. And I'm like, maybe he just doesn't want to do the pretend play that you want him to do. Maybe he pretends play in his own way, because that's definitely something that I've noticed with Liam. Not saying that my son is not autistic, because he's definitely autistic. There's no, I mean, you know, sorry to say, you can tell, and it's fine. That's just who he is. And I love it. Like you know, obviously it's not something I wanted for him, but it has been, you know, something that I have embraced since learning exactly what autism is and what all, you know, like what it affects. It just affects how he thinks and just how he processes stuff. And like, he just doesn't care about the same stuff that I care about and that you might care about. He's, you know, I'm a neurotypical, he is a neurodivergent, you know, but he is very smart and he's very perceptive, and he picks up on things that I could never. Like, I'm like, how did you notice that? It's just because, again, he just cares about different things. And so, yeah, it's really funny when I hear these doctors tell me what my son can and can't do, because it's like, I know what he can do. I'm with him every day. So, you know, I just feel like, I don't know. And then sometimes it's like pointless to keep arguing with him, because it doesn't change anything. Even if I say, no, he does pretend play in that way. Yeah, it's not going to change his diagnosis. So all I care is that, you know, he is getting the help, because he does think differently. It's, you know, it's been a challenge teaching him how to talk, you know, and to do certain things like clothe himself. Like, he just doesn't want to. He wants everybody to do it for him, and you have to like explain to him that he needs to do it, but also he doesn't understand because he's nonverbal. So everything is pictures and like physically showing him like I do it and then he does it, and then everything is like repeat, repeat, repeat because he learns by repetition. But the good news is he did start school. I don't know if I told you guys, but when he turned 3, he started preschool. So that's been absolutely amazing for him because he can also be around other kids, because the preschool that he's in is by invitation only. Like you can't just take your kid there and enroll them. It's not that type of preschool. You have to be invited. And it's like what they call a model style preschool. So basically there's kids in there like Liam who's autistic or on an IEP. You know, some of them might just be on the spectrum, some of them might be autistic, some of them might have a different learning disability, some of them might just be dyslexic. But either way, if they're on an IEP, so 50% of the class is on an IEP for one reason or another, and then the other 50% of the class are kids that are actually like ahead of where they're supposed to be. And so they're what they call model students, essentially. And so it kind of gives Liam, you know, like when the teacher's saying line up, he doesn't understand her, but he can see all the other kids lining up. And so he learns, therefore, what lining up is. It's just like taking his coat off. Like I've said 100 times, you know, as I'm taking his coat off, take your coat off, you know. And but now that he's at school, he sees everybody come in, take their coats off, hang it up. And so he's doing more things like that for himself because of this model school, which is, oh, you guys, I have seen so much growth and change in him just the last couple of months. I am so excited to see where he is going to be at a year from now, another 6 months from now, because I mean, just from February to now. And the other thing, when we first started in February, it actually didn't go so good. It didn't start off amazing because they put him in a afternoon class. Like I told them that he needed to be in a morning class, and they told me that they did not have any morning classes available, any open spots. And so I had no choice but to put him in an afternoon class. And I knew that he wasn't going to do as well there because he just, by the end of the afternoon, he's overstimulated. That's normally like his nap time. You know, that's the one thing with kids with autism or that are on the spectrum is them socializing and being out around people, even at home. It wears them out. It wears them out emotionally and physically. And, you know, they need that time to recharge. Even if it's not a nap, he'll sometimes just sit in his room and play on his little iPad thing because that's just what kind of calms him. It's just like if he gets super upset and has like a fit, I've had to like teach him how to belly breathe, and we have like a whole song and everything, and that's like what calms him down. And that's the key, is just finding those things and then implementing them whenever there's an issue. Okay, real fast, I'm going to go ahead and start getting into the Star Wars palette. The look that I'm doing today is kind of inspired by a look that Morgan Turner did. She just recently reviewed the Soul Mane 2 palette by Saie. I'll put a picture of it up here, and I'll link her video down below. Gorgeous look, by the way. I did purchase that palette. They take forever. Saie takes forever to get here because it's shipping internationally, but either way, it's worth it. But I don't have, you know, obviously the palette today, so I'm going to use the Colourpop one instead because I may not have those glittery duochromes, but I do have some Amazeball Super Shock shadows, which they just like, when I used them the other day, you guys, the look that I came up with, it was like a red, white, and blue look, and I want to recreate it. So anyways, back to Liam. One day I walked up to the school to get him, and they turned around and told me, well, actually, one of his teacher's aides asked me if I had a helmet for him. And I was like, excuse me, what? What are you talking about? A helmet for my son? he's got an aversion to his head. He does not like his hair getting cut, his hair getting touched, washed. I mean, it's like a process, you know, to do his hair, to do a haircut every couple of months, and then to wash his hair. We wash his hair once a week, and we have to use dry shampoo in between that time, because he has an aversion in his head. It's like overstimulation. That's why he had to be sedated to get a hearing test, because he could not keep the headphones on to have the regular audiology test done. So they had to sedate him, which I'm kind of glad now that they did do that, because like we found out a lot. Like, he has amazing hearing. As a matter of fact, so amazing that the cilia in his ears, like, that's what causes him to feel like off balance, and that's why he likes to spin around a lot. That's also why he really loves swings. Like, we learned so many things from that, so I'm really glad that we got that done. But the point is, we had to do that because he has an aversion to his head. And it's like, no, he doesn't have a helmet, and he can't have one. Like, I know his pediatrician would never agree to that. And so after I got done talking to the teacher's aide, I called his pediatrician, and she was like, absolutely not. You need to tell them they need to put him in a morning class. He is diagnosed autism. He, you know, they are getting disability money for him. So therefore they need to be making, and she said, and you need to say these words, every reasonable accommodation to make sure that he can learn and has the ability to learn in class like every other kid. And I didn't know it at the time, you know, when she told me that those words were very important. And I will tell you why here in just a second. But I basically wrote a very nice but strongly worded email to the school, letting them know, you know, that I spoke with this pediatrician, what she said, and basically what I wanted them to do. That, you know, I told them, if you guys don't have any availability for a morning class, I get it. You guys got numbers and quotas and all of that, but number one, next year he needs to be put in a morning class, period. No excuses. And then this year we need to make some kind of accommodation for him or something for like his outside playtime, so that way he's not having these issues, because it's always outside at the end of the day on the playground. And every time I've walked up and seen it, he's just tired. Like, that's all it is. He's tired. You can tell. And then as soon as I put him, like, you guys look at this. Every day I walk up to the school, because the school's only like 2 blocks from our house. So I walk up to the school to get him, and he loves his little wagon, his little red wagon. We walk home in it every day. And look at this video I took. This kid was passed out in 2 blocks that it took to get from the school to our house. 2 blocks. That kid, I mean, you could hear him snoring. Like, no, he's tired. He's visibly tired. You can tell. Like, quit playing around, you guys. And let me tell you guys, that strongly worded email is all it took, because I literally got an email back. It took about, I'd say 24 to 48 hours. I was actually kind of getting a little nervous, like, oh, what did I say? You know, like, what did this doctor have me just say? But no, I got an email back, and it's like the main guy that runs like their entire, you know, IEP program and like disability services and everything at the school. And he basically apologized, was like, yes, we'll get him an afternoon class now. I didn't realize this was a thing. Da 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 da. Yes, he will be in an afternoon class next year. Do you want to start him on Monday? Do you want to wait till after spring break? What do you want to do? And at that time, you know, when he emailed me back, I had that week Liam's, his audiology test scheduled, his sedation audiology test. That's when all this was going on. So I was like, well, since he's already has that going on, let's just do one thing at a time. And, you know, we'll switch him to the mornings after spring break, because he literally had 4 days left and then was going on spring break. So I was like, we'll just start the Monday when he comes back from spring break, start fresh, new. That'll give me a week to get him on a morning schedule, you know, because I was trying to let him sleep in and stuff since he was not going to daycare until the afternoon, or not daycare. I keep calling it daycare, but it's not daycare, it's preschool. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I let him sleep in even to try to alleviate the tired problems, but it didn't matter what I did. He just really needed to be in a morning class. And he has thrived so well since he has now moved to that morning class, and he's not having any of the issues. Well, except for the other day, which I'm going to talk to you guys about here in just a second. But I want to let you know what that doctor told me to tell them kind of made them scramble like it did, just in case you're going through a similar situation. So if your child is diagnosed with a learning disability and is on an IEP, basically that means, like, number one, the school gets funding, and number two, also that they have to make every reasonable accommodation, and if they don't, they can get in a ton of trouble and fined and lose funding. And like, that's one pot they don't want to stir, essentially, from what I was told. So that is why they jumped up and ran like they did. Because, I mean, I told them all during his IEP meeting, I'm like, I'm not the one to play with, just so everybody is clear here. I mean, and I told him that. I was like, I will not mess around when it comes to his education. So yeah, Liam's preschool has been going pretty dang good up until apparently the other day, because when I went to pick him up, he had his head down and like just looked really sad, which was kind of weird because normally he's like running around super happy, very happy to see mom in his wagon usually, you know, that kind of thing. And she told me that apparently he bit the teacher, which I'm like, oh shit, because he's never done that, like ever done that. Well, the only thing he's ever done is, like, if you're holding him, when he used to have those breath holding spells, he would like clench down because he's like freaking out and stuff, which that, I mean, God, bite me, do whatever. I'd like, God, I felt so bad for him when he was going through those. But he hasn't had one of those in a really long time since we got everything figured out. And that's the only time he's ever done it. Like, he's never bit someone because he didn't get his way. And apparently, I guess that's what happened in this situation. Like, it was time to transition to the next like task, and he didn't want to. And so the teacher put the toy away, and then he tried to get it anyway. So she stood in front of him and blocked him from the toy, and apparently he bit her. And I guess it wasn't hard. And I will say she was like super, super nice about it, which his teacher is super nice. She's a very, very caring soul, like, for sure, which is what he needs. But also, like, I don't want my son biting anyone for any reason. And also, I'm like, where the hell did he learn that from? Because, you know, we don't, not trying to like, you know, make myself sound better than anyone, but like, we don't do any like hitting or smacking or spanking or any of that here. Like, none of us, you know. I mean, Noah's 12, almost 13. Cadence is 16. You know, Steve and I are adults. So like, none of us do that. You know, if Liam acts up, he gets put in timeout. Cadence and Noah, they get grounded. And every once in a while, Noah will have to go do laps outside. I make him run laps. Like if he doesn't do his homework or something, which is PT. You know what I mean? So it's not, you know, it's again, nothing physical. So I'm like, where did he learn that? And apparently there's another little boy in his class that is a biter. So that was relieving to, you know, like, at least now I know where it came from. But also, how do I prevent him from doing it again? Because again, it's really hard, you know, it's not like I can sit down and be like, Liam, don't ever do that again, you know, and have that conversation that you would normally have with your child, because he just doesn't understand. And so I'm like, what do I do? And I talked to his occupational therapist about it, and he was like, well, don't freak out quite yet. You know, it was towards the end of the day. And also, he, you know, we know where he got it from, and he clearly did know. You know, when I picked him up, like I said, he was super, super sad looking, you guys. Oh my God, it melted my heart. But also, I was so mad, you know, but I like, he was so sad, man. He's just, it was sad. He knew. And that's the teacher's like, it's okay, but you know, I don't obviously want him doing that. But anyways, his OT said not to like freak out yet, but that if he doesn't do summer school, to maybe look into getting him like an ABA, which I have looked into before, and his developmental pediatrician wanted him to get with an ABA, but I've heard like so many conflicting things about him. Like, you know, some people are like, no, they're awful. Some people are like, they're just expensive and they don't help. Other people like swear by them. So, you know, I do want to let Liam try it and just see if it works for him. Because again, no one autistic kid is the same as another. So, you know, it just could be literally a matter of how they learn and preference. And maybe Liam might learn better with an ABA. And I know obviously they don't do the stuff that they used to do back in the day that gave ABAs such a bad rap. You know, everything has come such a long way these days. So I definitely want to get him one, but I don't know. I wasn't ready to start it yet, but maybe this summer would be a good, I don't know, you guys. I wasn't ready to start it yet, you know, and maybe this summer would be a good time to get it started. So that way he'll have that if he doesn't have school. Obviously, I'd much rather him be in school, but I don't even know like how that works. Like if I can request for him to be in school in the summer, or if I think they have to make a recommendation if I remember it correctly. But I know he's got a 16-week, what is that called? Reevaluation. He's got a 16-week reevaluation coming up very, very soon. So I'm going to ask them then like what the plan is so I can figure it out and then schedule him or get him in with the ABA if he needs to. And the good news is, since we live in Ohio, they do have a really good program here for any kid that is diagnosed autistic. They do ABA therapy. I think it's like 20 or 30 hours that they pay for. It's basically like a grant scholarship type of thing. Like if they're not in school, you can use it for the ABA therapy. So I might do that for this summer and then, you know, let him do the school in the fall and winter and spring. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm waiting for the lady to email me back, and also I need to see like what this 16-week evaluation says, like if the school's gonna recommend him to do summer school, which I kind of hope they do. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously I would much rather him be in school, especially now that we got him in a morning class now, and things are just so much better. So that's basically my plan for this summer, you guys. Cadence, she's still working her job at Mickey D's, and she's just really doing really well. I cannot believe she's gonna finish her junior year. Oh, by the way, you guys, after that video, her boyfriend broke up with her, or after prom, after we did the video where we did her prom makeup, yeah, her boyfriend broke up with her. It was sad. I know. All right, let's hope this mascara by Bare Minerals is good. Oh, this does not look good. That does not look good. That's like one of those big brushes, and it came out and it's just like goopy. Oh man, this is not what I want. I'm gonna be like so careful. This is one of those like very wet formulas. Ugh, I'm gonna have black stuff everywhere. I hate this kind of formula. Like, I would much rather, I like it in between like dry, not super dry to where it's like flaking, but drier formula. So I can coat my lashes like somewhat quickly, you know. But these super, super duper wet mascaras, like, ugh, they just, I don't know, they just don't give me the volume that I want. Like, that's like not really doing anything. I mean, it's separating my lashes because I'm going in easy and not going ham, but it's not really giving me any length or any volume. What is this supposed to do? Phytofiber Volumizing Mascara. Yeah, I don't see anything volumizing about this. That is such a shame, man. I like Bare Minerals. I really do. I still have some of their old school stuff. Their lip products are so good. And that one mascara that they came out with, oh my God, it's got the weirdest brush on it. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. It's one of my favorite mascaras from them. And it's so good. It's got such a weird wand, but it is really good at like just getting at the base of that lash and combing your lashes up. No, this is, I can't. You guys, I can't. Like, this is awful. All right, but hang on a minute. All right, let's put the palette down for a second and move on to Complexion. So I did get this in shade number 3, and I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but watch this. Ready? It just pops out. It's so cute. Like, that's genius. I don't care who you are. That's absolutely genius. Now, the product inside, however, I don't know, man. It's a little weird. I tried it as just like a foundation, and for me, it just doesn't work for that. But I was gonna try to use it today as like a primer, but it looks like I grabbed a little too much. It's all right. I'll get a brush and smooth it out. But yeah, it's very weird. I'm kind of hoping though that maybe using it as primer, because it does like dry down to this powder consistency, that maybe it'll keep me a little more matte without like really drying me out, because in the winter time or in the summertime, I'm a lot more like combination, and I do definitely get like super oily around like my T-zone, especially this area right here and my forehead. So that was kind of my thought process and why I haven't returned this yet, because I'm like, oh, no, maybe I can make it work. Because I kind of feel bad because I keep trying out Danessa Myricks products, but I just not having the best time with them. You know what I mean? I ended up returning her crystal chroma flake things. I didn't get her palette. I wish I would have, because I feel like I would have liked that a lot better. But, and then also her Yummy Skin foundation, I did not like that. Like, it looked good at first, but it was one of those foundations that looked great from far away, but when you get up close, and not so much. All right, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of the Rare Beauty on top, because this is like a little more hydrating. And let's just see. By the way, if you notice I'm not squeezing as much stuff on the back of my hand, it's because I got one of these little things. Oh my God, you guys, this is like the best thing ever. If you don't have one, get one for sure. Like, because this is great for, you know, just what I'm doing right here. I don't have to like squeeze out as much product. My hands not soaking up the product. Also, like if I'm mixing stuff and say like the foundation is too yellow and I need to like mix a little blue pigment in there, it's absolutely perfect for that. Those of you guys that are following me on Instagram, you probably have seen it on that one Instagram clip that I did, because that's exactly what I did. Was I mixed some blue pigment in the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, because that foundation is like super yellow on me. Speaking of Charlotte, darling, I love her so much. But I did order her new oh my gosh, what is it? The bronzer. Oh my God, I'm so excited. The only thing though that kind of makes me mad, so she sent me an email and she's like, you know, darling, you get first access, whatever. So, you know, I bought the bronzer. And then like 5 hours later, I got another email and I thought for sure it was them saying that they were going to ship it, because usually they're fairly quick about shipping. No, they're like, oh, and by the way, here's an express shipping code. So I bought it like on the first email and I didn't get the express shipping code that they put out in the second email. So everybody who didn't get it the second it launched and waited a few hours later got express shipping. I was like, oh, what the hell, man? What the hell? So yeah, it's still it's still going through its regular shipping process. So it's not here yet, you guys, but it's coming. It is coming for sure. All right, let's try out this Saie Beauty concealer, which you guys, so 1 was too light, and 2, which is what this is too dark. So this, yeah, this is HB2. And this is just, well, I shouldn't say it's too dark. It's pretty much my skin tone. Like, and I need like a little more brightening, especially because I have these melasma spots here. You know, I have to kind of like blend them in. That's why like everybody's like, you shouldn't put that much concealer on. I'm like, I'm not using it for underneath my eye. I'm a majority blending this in down here where all these melasma spots are. So when the concealer is like my same skin tone, it just, it's like pointless basically. So let's see what this does, if anything. Oh, you know what? I should have used that new brush. Oh yeah, I got that new BK Beauty Hot and Flashy Angie brush here. Ooh, this is nice. That was nice. Did you see that? Like, that just gets right up in there perfectly. I'm telling you what, if you guys have not, even if you don't know who Angie is, which I didn't know who she was until I heard about these brushes, and then I just went and looked her up and started watching her. But either way, even if you don't know who she is, you definitely need to check out these brushes because they are amazing. Now, that concealer is, do you see how glowy that is to the rest of my face? Holy cow. Okay, I need something. You know what? Let's mix a little of the KVD in there because this is too light for me. That one's too dark. This is too matte, and that's too hydrating. So maybe, you guys, we like found the combo right up in here. So let's see what they're giving us. Oh yeah, this might be the combo. I might have needed to like put the KVD down first and then put the Saie over top of it and did it like that. And I think it would really balance each other out. Okay, well, now I know the homework assignment. So, you know, that's kind of what makeup is trial and error, baby. Lots and lots of trial and error, seeing what you like. Because at the end of the day, that's really all that matters, is that you like it. I could probably use just a tidbit more of the KVD right there. I'm gonna let that sit there for just a second. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's find some powder. Ooh, let's use that new Jaclyn Hill powder. This is gonna be a glowy look, watch, because this is like a pretty glowy powder too. I don't want to use it under my eyes though. What am I gonna use under my eyes? Ooh, I'll use that Wayne Goss powder under my eyes. Bam, that's some good stuff. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I actually really like this brush for putting the powder down too. That's pretty nifty. I do like this Jaclyn powder though, and I like it also because it like gives me a little bit of color, you know, like not a lot of color. It's not like, you know, it's pretty sheer. It's not gonna like change your skin like a whole level, but you know, if maybe you like brighten an area too much, this definitely helps you dial it back. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's do bronzer. So I'm going to use the Glow Wish by Huda Beauty. I just got this. I know I'm like really late to the game on this, but that's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You know, I just I've had a lot of bronzers. I need to do a bronzer declutter because I've got like now 2 that I'll have from Charlotte Tilbury. I've got 2 from Jaclyn Hill. I've got quite a few. Like, I've got bronzer palettes, contour palettes, and I don't really use contour anymore, hardly ever. So I could probably get rid of like all the contour stuff. What do you guys think about a video, like a decluttering video? I know some people really like decluttering videos and some people don't, so it's all about like preference. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys think about a declutter video. And I'm down. I'm downtown Judy Brown. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to declutter not just my bronzers, probably everything. I've really already broken down this beauty room and reorganized it, but I'm running out of space for stuff, you guys. Which I'm sure you could imagine as much shit as I'm showing you. But I love reviewing products. I love finding new and amazing products. You guys know, All right, let's finish the under eye area and then we'll come back to complexion. So what are you guys planning on doing this summer? Are you planning on any vacations, travel? I know a lot of people, now that things have kind of like calmed down with COVID, are like really wanting to travel and stuff. Cadence and I were thinking about doing a trip this summer to Vegas, but I don't know if it's going to be happening now or not. Just of a couple of things that she has going on, which kind of stinks, but maybe we can do it in the fall or something. I don't know. But anyways, what are you guys planning? I've never been to Vegas. Have any of you guys been to Vegas? I told her if we do go though, we have to like do it right. Like really do it right. You know what I mean? Like I want to stay at a really nice hotel, like it doesn't have to be like a luxury penthouse or nothing, but just a really nice hotel would be awesome. For blush today, I think I'm going to use this NARS Narcissus palette. I've actually absolutely used to love this palette back in the day, and I found it when I was decluttering and I was like, oh my gosh, I missed you. So yeah, we're going to use a little bit of that because I do have a new blush, but it's just not going to go with. It's the Patrick Star one. I really want to do that Battle of the Patricks video because I just think it would be fun. But anyways, yeah, I just needed something along this tone, and both Patrick blushes are a lot more warm. Well, one's like more like orangey warm, and then the other one's just, I guess, like it's got a little bit of rosiness to it, but the way it looks in the pan and how it looks, on your face are 2 totally different things completely. So it definitely pulls a lot more red on me. So I needed to not have that much redness in my cheeks today. And plus these NARS blushes are matte. So I forget how good their blushes are because, they just keep releasing the same damn lines over and over and over again. Like, I don't know how many times are you going to release Orgasm? Seriously, we've seen it. It's great. We love it, but, All right, so I'm going to test out this Saie highlighter. So I have tried this on my face underneath foundation, but I heard, oh, I almost forgot my little palette guy. I heard that this is like beautiful as a highlighter. So I'm going to put a little on my sponge here. And this is how I saw Miss Allie Glines applying it, and she just like raved about how beautiful this was. And oh yeah, it's kind of a little wet though. I know obviously it's a liquid highlight. Duh, Alex, of course it's going to be wet. But it's just, it doesn't have any sparkles in it or shimmers. That's just gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more blush, I think. Just a little bit back here on like the high points. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'm going to go into this like bright pink and just pop it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. See, man, just a work in progress, dude. Oh, it's just gorgeousness. That's what I'm talking about. I'll tell you what, these little brushes from Manny are pretty handy dandy little brushes. He comes out with some good like tools, like that makeup sponge, love it. His brushes, I mean, you guys have seen me use plenty of them throughout this video, love them all. All right, what are we gonna do for our lips? I mean, I feel like I got plenty of like rosy pinks, which would be good for this, right? All right, you guys, so I just went in with a little bit of one of my new faves. You guys already know, I've talked about this plenty. The Makeup by Mario Plumping Lip Serums, which are awesome. And whew, my hair has been up in clips for far too long. Oh no, I need to fix these pieces. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to see my new like curling iron tool? It's amazing. Hang on a minute. Let me go grab it. All right. So this is the Beachwaver, which as you guys can see is super stinking cute. I've actually been following this company for over a year now, but they've been out way longer than that. And this is like a patented design, but check this out. So whichever side of your head that you're curling. So if I'm doing this side, you turn it this way and see that it rotates. And then if I'm doing this side, then you turn it that way. So it's pretty like stupid proof because I'm terrible at hair. I am not good at hair at all, you guys. So I need something that's like for real, easy, easy, easy. So all you do is just make sure you keep the barrel upright and you just clip your hair. And then if you want like the beachy wave, you know, you clip it like a little further. But since this is my front piece, I'm gonna do it that way. And then again, go the opposite side and then make sure you're holding it upright and it just turns it. And you see how it gets that perfect curl. Just wait, just wait. And it's got like 3 settings, a low, a medium, and a high. So I have it on the medium right now and you just clip it and it comes right down and look at that perfect curl. Oh my gosh. It's just, I love this thing so much, you guys. This was like, I'm not even joking. I've watched this stupid Beachwaver for probably, it's not stupid, it's amazing. I have watched it for, I'm saying like over a year. I have watched them grow on like in popularity and on like Instagram and TikTok and all the things. And finally, when I saw that they were coming out with this neon collection this summer, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get one of the neon ones because they're super cute and I'll wait till they have a sale. Like I've waited this long. I can wait. So that's what I did. And I mean, you guys, like this is like 3-day-old hair too, just so that everybody's clear. Like I don't have anything on my hair. This is just 3-day-old hair. And I mean, look at that. It just does it for you. Oh, oh. And you can like, you know, you have all the control, which I think is what makes this so amazing. Because I have the thing by the Chi, which is like, it's an automatic curler too, but you put your hair like kind of inside of it and it like spins it up into this, what do you call that? It's like, we call it a rose. It looks like a rose. So anyways, so I have that. But sorry, I accidentally hit the button. Oh, wrong way. See, and that's the other thing. Like I said, it's stupid proof because I don't know anything about hair but because I know which way to do the arrows now, I'm learning. You know what I mean? Like it's teaching me. I freaking love this. So yes, this is what I have been doing. If you see me with some beachy waves, this is what I'm using. I'm still using my blow dryer thing. That thing has 5 different attachments. It also has a curling attachment. So I am gonna do that video for you guys, but I have to do it in sections because I have to use like one attachment because it's got like a diffuser and then it's got like a blowout brush and then it's got like a, what is it called? The IQ styler. And then it's got not the air wrap, that's Dyson, but it's got like an air wrap tool, but it's called something else. But either way, yeah, so I have I have to film that in sections. And in the meantime, oops, wrong way again. I am really, really happy with this thing. This was well worth, and I got it for like 40% off because I signed up for their email list or whatever. And yeah, they emailed me the day that these came out. And then also I've been stalking them on Instagram. So anyways, but look at those girls. I just love it so much, you guys. And then like how they fall throughout the day. Like I did these earlier this morning and it's like 4:48. So they just like fall perfectly. And I'm so happy with it. Anyways, that is my new favorite tool. And that is all I have for you guys today. I'm going to finish curling my hair. And until next time, oh, I can't wait. I've got the new L'Oreal Infallible bronzer. I also have a new thing from Maybelline, 2 new things from Maybelline coming, including their black eyeshadows. I also have the new Infallible concealer that they just released. So we're going to be doing a drugstore try on tomorrow. So I will see you then. Bye.